All right, I'm going to be real with you. This one is weird. It's very weird. We're going to take Electric, which kind of just sounds like this out of the box, which is very pretty, and turn it into this madness. It's just so wild that we start out with this. Crazy. So I was looking to explore Electric, the device in Ableton here, and I haven't really used it much before, so I wanted to see what can I do with it to make it sound crazy. And I realized, well, there's quite a lot of stuff you can do to make it sound a little bit crazy. So Electric is a physical modeling synth, so it gives you access to the hammer, the fork, the damper, and the pickup. So you can modify how it sounds in all the different aspects of the physical nature of this sound. So I can change the hammer, the fork, and the damper. I don't even know what these mean. Yeah, so they just are different sounds. I'm not going to pretend like I know exactly what's happening there, but we can work it out by just playing. This isn't an Electric tutorial. This is a how can we mess with Electric to make weird sounds kind of thing. So what I realized is, hey, these will make different noises. What if we modulate that? I grabbed the shaper modulator so that I could do, different shapes or whatever. And I'm just doing a little down ramp, so pretty simple, and whatever the rate is, who cares? The point is I'm using this as a modulation source for a ton of other things. I've got this guy modulating the stiffness of the hammer, the teeny fork, and the symmetry of these guys. And if I turn it off and play it, it sounds like this. And then turning on the shaper and allowing it to modulate those parameters, it sounds like this. Okay, whilst this is cool, it's still kind of boring. It just sounds like a little electric piano thing, right? When we distort this, all of these little micro changes that are happening throughout the sound get amplified and insanified. It's not a word, it is now. I've used Roar and drivers up an insane amount, all the way up. We've got low frequencies being pushed up here with a noise shaper all the way up to 16, bias up a little bit. Mids are using bit crushing because it sounds really cool. And the highs are using shards. Be careful how you pronounce that, shards. And that is giving us the overall kind of distorted tone. So with just these things set, so modulation turned off and everything, it sounds like this. So with the distortion set, the low mid highs, I wanted to do a bit of modulation. So I have a mod source, it's kind of a ramp up, and I'm applying this both, actually no, I'm just applying this. I'm applying LFO1, which is this guy, to the shaper 1 amount. It's just going to push up the amount of this low end here. And then I have an LFO2, which is the ramp up one. That one is modifying our feedback time. So if I come back over to the feedback, the amount's set to 0 for now, but I actually had it around it might be too much, 9%-ish, and with a very low time. But this is modifying the time, so this is going to go up and down based on the LFO. But listen to how this sounds now. Hey, guess what, Adam? You need to actually turn the global amount up to 100%, otherwise none of those modulations are going to work. Hey, let's try that again. So with modulation actually turned on, it sounds like this. So it's pretty crazy that we've gone from this basic sound, and then with a bit of modulation and raw, we have this sound. With these kind of experimental sounds, I always like to make them feel like they're in a real place, because they can get too digital, too avant-garde sounding, and if you put them into a real space, it feels like it could be something in the real world, right? I've added a hybrid, that's what I said, a hybrid reverb, and using a texture 3 seasons lure, I have put it into a place. So this is what it sounds like in full. And then just dialing it back. You know I gotta do it. I gotta put an OTT on. OTT gives us this. Then wanted to tame it just a little bit. So some of the mud down this area, some of the harsh frequencies up here, just to remove a little bit of that. And then some of the very high top end felt unnecessary. So with some of those changes, we get. I told you it was going to be weird. It's a weird sound. Welcome. It's experimental sound design time, as it is every other time. That's kind of the point of this channel, I guess. All right, so to finish it off, a glue compressor, and that's just to squash the sound down even more. Now, I don't really know why. I was trying to contextualize this sound into an actual beat, because it's always useful to understand how could this actually be used, particularly when it's quite so insane. This is the beat that this sound needs, okay? I don't know why, but it is. It needs a bit of crunk. So further contextualizing this, we get this. And a bish bash bosh, you have your sound, your shapers, your roars, your mods, your feedbacks, your reverbs, your titters, and you have a very interesting sound. So make some weird sounds. Boring sounds are too many, they're plentiful. Make some weird sounds. Get crunky with it. Get crunky with your electric piano, bass, whatever this is, I don't know. Get crunky with it. So stupid.